Hello my friends, it's me Emma Jo from Lavinia Stamps, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made these little beauties. So this is using the tall leaf mask for a shape. So let me just show you. The shrink plastic I'm using is Sizzix, and here's one I got out of the packet earlier. So there are two sides to shrink plastic. You can see here you've got a white side and then quite a shiny side, and we're going to be using the white side. The reason being, if you were to use the shiny side, it wouldn't hold the ink. I'm just going to cut this in half. So I'm just going to go around the outside of this shape. Okay, bear with me. I'll move my hand so you can see what I'm doing. So we're left with a shape. Let's cut it out. Super. So the badge we're making could be fantastic for name badges, which is what I've used it for before, or perhaps you might just want it as a badge. That's a cracking idea too. So what we're going to do is we're going to colour this. I'm going to use Pan Pastel, applying it with my finger, and a quick swipe down the middle. There we go. Next, I'm going to be using bright yellow green, again Pan Pastel. Trying to keep the centre white, okay? And just for a little bit of variation, we're going to use Hansa Yellow, again in Pan Pastel. Right, so you can see here we've got quite a nice leaf shape, and the colours are beautifully vibrant. And you're going to wonder why I'm going to wipe most of it off. So taking your trusty piece of paper towel, give this a good scrub. And it looks like you've taken most of the colour off, doesn't it? The thing with shrink plastic is it has to be applied, the colour has to be applied as if it's a stain. Because when shrink plastic shrinks, the colours intensify and they become muddy, and we don't want that. So to keep that nice vibrancy, what we're going to do is rub most of that colour off, and it's going to look like you've not got the right colours. Trust in the process. Okay, we're going to do some stamping. So using my Archival Ink Jet Black and the Botanical Blossoms stamp, so we're just going to be using the edges of the stamp as decoration. There we go. Don't worry if some of it doesn't come out clearly. When it shrinks, the colour will intensify, so you will barely notice that. Ink up again, ready to repeat on the other side. So I'm going to swizz that round and repeat towards the tip. We're looking for a balance. Okay, and just a little bit here. So I'm only going to ink up the end because this is the bit I'm going to use. Okay. Super duper. I'm going to apply some Stickles. Now you may be wondering, why now? The truth is, they shrink like gems. So let me just show you. We're not reinventing the wheel. It's already here. You've got dots on this stamp, and we're going to follow them with Christmas red Stickles. Try not to go too close to the edges. I'm adding a couple here because I like that sort of paisley feel. And let's add some more dots here. Just remember, as they shrink, they will intensify, which is rather lovely. Okay, so that was Christmas red. But now we're going to use silver. So silver, when it shrinks, looks rather lovely and sort of like a cheat diamond. So we'll have a few of those, please. Don't worry if you manage to get a bigger splot, because that just means a bigger diamond, doesn't it? Super. Okay, so now we are going to shrink it. Yes, folks, it's shrinking time. So take your Ranger heat tool, and this is a wonderful piece of equipment from the Sizzix Shrink Plastic Accessories Toolkit. There we go. So I'm just going to shrink it. And let's try it from this angle instead. There we go. Right, at this point you must not panic. Do not interfere, just trust the process. Maybe swizz it round a bit. And watch those Stickles shrink. Right, I'm going to turn this over and encourage it to shrink. Sometimes it'll get stuck when it's bent back. All you have to do is flick it apart. So if you dry it from the back, these bits of Stickles glue that don't appear to be shrinking, they are then encouraged to flatten, which is just what we want. I'm going to flick this over because while it's still warm, I am going to give it a bit of a pinch. Now, you do have to have dancing fingers so you don't get caught by the heat. Okay, now that gives us a bit of a movement, like a leaf. Yeah? Let me just see if you've got a better view there. Okay, and can you see all the Stickles twinkling? It's rather lovely. Okay, but we're not finished with bling. Oh no. We're going to add some fab foils. So the first thing I'm going to do is do the edges. And I'm going to choose two colours. We're going to go with gold and ice blue. So these are fab foils. And you don't need that much. So I'm just going to cut myself a section to use. finding the Zig two-way glue pen. And we're just going to take this, going along the edges of the leaf. And let's give it a bit of a blast, just to get this tacky like the back of a postage stamp. And you'll be able to tell because your finger will stick to it. Let me show you. Like that. Perfect. So let's start with a bit of gold fab foil. Colour side up. And using your finger, push down. And you should be left with a rather sparkly looking edge. Just lifts it from looking just like plastic into something completely different. Okay, and again. That's it. Little bit of ice blue. And the two colours just set each other off beautifully. So we're going to look at balancing this now. I'm going to put some gold up here and down to about there. Okay. Let it cool a bit. There you go. That's the badger. Taking this further down the leaf, and it'll only go where the glue has been placed, so don't stress that it's going to go where you don't want it to go. And finally a little bit of blue to finish it off down here. There we go. So that's what it looks like so far. Okay. But still, is there enough bling? This is a question. And the question that we're going to sort now. So using Pebeo, this wonderful stuff, looks like you should pick it up from a chemist's with its applicator nozzle. And its name, Miction Relief. So we're going to use it as a relief glue, not to be confused with anything from the chemist. You can see that it comes out in a nice thin line. So very carefully we're going to apply it just to the ends of this pattern. And it'll just give a subtle texture and another bit of bling, because you can never have enough bling. Turning it round. There we go. And the next step, my friends, is you wait for it to dry. But if you're impatient, like me, you'll use a little bit of heat. Now what I do with this is I watch carefully as I'm heating it. You'll know it's ready when it goes clear. But if before that happens you find that there's a bursting bubble, that's when you need to stop, because you don't want to burn your glue all away so that we can't use it. So just keep an eye out and watch for a bursting bubble. And there's one there. Did you see? Wonderful. And then, my friends, you have to wait for it to dry naturally. Now in the meantime, you could do something like, I don't know, make a pair of earrings to match. Let me just show you. Or, I don't know, you could read a book, cook tea. So this is a little bit of turquoise. I'm just going to see if this glue will accept it. There you go. It's a stunning colour. Let's try some more, shall we? Lovely colours coming through. And you can see some of the stickles coming off. That's fine, don't worry, because you're still going to have plenty left behind. Look at that, isn't it lovely? Gently burnish it with your finger. And there we go. That is the start of a rather lovely looking brooch with little flashes of turquoise foil and some red gems and silver. So I'm going to show you how to turn this into a brooch. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over. You will need a brooch pin like that. And we're going to need some glossy accents. There we go. So using some glossy accents, we're going to just pop it in a line down the back of your brooch. Super. And then take your open brooch pin and just pop it on there. And leave it to dry. And in the end, my friends, you will end up with a brooch. Okay, this has got my name on it, but you will have a brooch that is rather lovely, catches the light, and is in the shape of a leaf. Okay, so once it's dry, what we're going to do is take a Mondelez watercolour pencil, burnt umber, and all I'm going to do is just sketch in a very light central vein. Can you see? And then take it out to the sides. So you're taking one line out and then giving it one branch off, okay? And that little bit of interest really perks up the leaf shape. And there we go, my friends. This is a rather complete leaf brooch. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed learning how to do that. You take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.